Hi, today we're going to practice cutting with Play-Doh. So hopefully you have some Play-Doh at home. I've got this one, and something good to practice is even opening this Play-Doh container. Sometimes these are really hard to open. So you're going to use one hand to hold on to the container and then use your other hand and try to use your thumb. You're going to push. You might need some help doing that. It's kind of tricky. Get the lid off, and then even another hard task is sometimes getting this Play-Doh out of the container. What I like to do is squeeze around it, and then mine just fell out. Oh, I'm gonna move the computer so you can see. So we're gonna practice our cutting. So the other thing you're gonna need is scissors. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to flatten this Play-Doh. Try to make it as flat as possible. And another thing you can use, if you have one at home, you can use a rolling pin. So I'm gonna help use that to flatten out my piece of Play-Doh. There we go. I've got a nice circle with a Play-Doh. I'm going to move it so you guys can see it. There we go. So the first thing, and then another thing you can get is a writing utensil, or you can use your finger. So the first thing I'm going to draw is a triangle, and this one I will just use my finger. We've got 3 long sides on our triangle. And then I'm going to take the Play-Doh with one hand and line my scissors up. I'm gonna squeeze to cut out that triangle. I gotta turn it, squeeze, and this is just a good thing to do. The Play-Doh provides more input as you're cutting it compared to the paper. And there is my triangle cut out. The next one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mash it all together again. I'm gonna flatten it out. And the next shape that I'm gonna do is a square. Roll it out again. This time I'm gonna use my writing utensil. So I'm gonna draw a square onto my Play-Doh. And if you have trouble drawing these things, you can have a helper help you. Like we talked about in other videos, you can do support at the top of the writing utensil. You could do hand over hand. You could have where the student is hopping on. So if the student is, or if the helper is holding on to it, and then the student would put their hand on top so they can get that motion in. So once we have it drawn, our square, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna line up our scissors and squeeze. Now we need to turn. Squeeze. Turn again. Squeeze. And it's kind of cool because I really do like cutting Play-Doh because it gives lots of input back. So there's my square. And I'm just going to show you one more, but another shape you could do would be a rectangle. I'm not going to show you that one because it's similar to the square. But the last one we're going to do, and it's the hardest one, is the circle. So I'm flattening it out again, using my muscles, and then I'm going to use this just to make it a little bit flatter. And then I'll use my writing utensil again. I'm going to draw a circle in this Play-Doh. So there's my circle. And I'm going to take my scissors. And this one is hard because you have to keep moving it the entire time using this helper hand over here. Turn. Trying to stay on the line as best we can. And there we go. There is our circle cut out. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm hoping you have Play-Doh at home. If not, there are lots of easy, simple Play-Doh recipes online. If you just go on Google and Google Play-Doh recipe, you can find them all with the basic ingredients like flour and water and things like that that you'll probably have at home. Okay, thanks for watching.